So your favorite part was hitting me in my shins, huh?
Because you wouldn't move out the way, so I could actually hit the pin.
It was not because I would not move out the way. That's not true.
Okay.
Dang, y'all, that was intense. Dang, here we go.
What up, y'all? This is like pretty big for us.
We're excited.
We're excited because we can actually start recording stuff for our YouTube channel.
Yay!
Yeah. So we got a Insta360 Go 3. It's an action camera, so we're actually able to mount it and just hit record and go about our day. And
we're really excited. We're hoping that the road is not too bumpy because Insta360 has like a bunch of axes balancing stuff that happens, and so it's really cool.
Yeah. This is our first recording with this thing, and we're looking forward to getting back to our YouTube channel. We'll give you more updates later on because there's some switches happening in our life right now, and it's really exciting.
I think you want to go the other way because you're going to.
So I gotta go the other way?
Yeah, I would.
Oh, we're supposed to go to Walmart too?
If the bread isn't at
Gotcha.
that way, you need to go by Walmart. Everyday conversation.
Y'all gonna get the scoop on all of our little conversations, even our little petty arguments.
Yep. Because Chris wanted to be like, you always said it.
Now we're gonna have evidence.
We're gonna have evidence.
Because I know what I hear.
Uh-huh. I know you know what you think you hear.
Talking to me crazy.
So many good conversations have happened, and now there's a camera. We always do this.
I think that this is just a good intro video, and I guess the announcement is that we're gonna start making this YouTube happen again. We came up with a mission statement. We came up with our target audience. In case you didn't know, if you're intellectual, you might like our channel.
If you're not, you might find this very boring.
You might find it very boring if you're not, and you're not willing to kind of just take apart your life and your thinking processes.
Chris and I have realized that we are overthinkers. We overanalyze quite a lot. Here's directions for you.
Tell me to go.
Back where you came from. I put in the right address today.
What I'm really looking forward to is forgetting that the camera is there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so looking forward to that. Because I don't want to clam up. Be like, hi guys, the camera's on. So like,
hi kids, do you like violence?
Yeah.
I think that's going to be weird for me too, because I like to think with my mouth open. And then when I'm in public, I definitely don't do that. And so it's like remembering enough to where I present myself well, but yet forgetting enough to where I can be fully myself. Unless, of course, me keeping my mouth open is that's so weird. That's a conundrum.
Ooh.
There's some interesting choices that were just made.
You know what's dope about this is we can turn this around too. And then we can get footage of the road of like what's ahead of us. That's really dope. I'm so glad we got this junk. This junk cost $500, y'all.
The camera itself did not cost $500. We chose to spend $500.
Well, we had to get some of the extras to make it as versatile as possible for us.
Initial impression was cool though.
The initial impression is really cool because we can stick it up to like this little ledge or whatever where our rearview mirror is, and we can get like the entire car, see all the mess that the kids create back there. Then you can see us, of course. And it's wide enough where you can see us. Remember that vlog we did when we were going to Soaring Eagle? And like the camera kept sliding off of the
dashboard.
Yeah, the dashboard.
That was rough.
And that's when we realized, we were like, yo, we can't keep doing this with a big old bulky camera.
I think it almost caused you to wreck one time because you were like, my camera! And I was like, I got it.
Really, it's not even my camera.
But this one is.
This one is. And it sticks.
And it sticks. What was your favorite part about Fowling? Had you done it before?
That was my first time. I mean, it was cool. It was kind of what I expected. I didn't expect it to be like anything crazy or nothing.
I had gone once before, so I had an idea of what you could and couldn't do.
Oh, who'd you go with?
That's a topic for another conversation.
Why? How come we can't talk about it right now?
I went with Wayne Marketing. Ooh, them boys pulled out quick behind that little sports car.
It's police officers.
Mm-hmm. We them boys.
So you went with Wayne Marketing. So who was Wayne Marketing?
It was business to business. I forgot what it's called, but it was basically 100% commission sales.
Multi-level.
It felt like a multi-level marketing where you have to be like in person. It's pretty much what it was.
It's like door-to-door sales.
Mm-hmm. Peddling, the old school term for it.
Yeah.
Now it's called like sales consultant or something. Peddling.
What was your favorite thing about Wayne Marketing?
The unpredictability of the day.
Like, so is that thrilling to you? The unpredictability of it? Because like you don't even like movies that are unpredictable. But like you just want to play with your life.
I have no control over a movie. If I don't like something in life, I can change it. I don't know if it was exactly thrilling, but the mundane becomes extremely boring. And it almost makes it to where I don't want to do that thing anymore. And then once I get past that, then the routine sets in. But then once I get into routine, unless it's a healthy routine, I mean, I'm really stuck in that routine for a long while. But healthy routines are great.
So was that a healthy routine?
There was some routine to it, but like I said, it was unpredictable what the day-to-day would look like. So it was kind of hard to get into a routine. And then, telling on myself, I would come home sometimes and just like sit and watch Avatar because I knew I wasn't going to make a sale that day because of my territory or whatever.
I remember that. I remember one time I came home. This was at the end of me working at 9:10 a.m. Superstation. I'm name dropping now because I can. So
Chris said I'm removed enough.
I'm removed. But yeah, so I used to work there.
What is 9:10 a.m. Superstation?
So 9:10 a.m. Superstation is a radio station here in Michigan. It's in Southfield, Michigan. It's also attached to the Word Network. So it's like the Word Network, if you don't know the Word Network, is a religious TV station. So the Word Network and 9:10 a.m. share a building. So I worked on both sides. Like I would do broadcast TV shows at night for the Word Network, and then during the day I would work with podcasters, radio show hosts and stuff. But I mean, this
it is a podcast.
Yeah, it kind of is a podcast,
live.
Right? But it's just live broadcast. And so I would edit promos and edit shows. At the end of that, things kind of got wonky working there, and so I would have a lot more free time than I usually would. One time I came home and Ange was just watching TV, and I was like, I'm glad I'm not a cheater. Because if I had been a cheater, I'd have been like, yo, I'm about to go home, I'm about to smash real quick.
Not gonna lie, there was a couple of times where I was like, I wonder if this man comes home and just does whatever the heck he wants.
I would come home and eat, or watch TV, or maybe edit something else that wasn't work.
That was probably one of the most frustrating things for you, is you thought you were gonna come home and have alone time, like in your space and our space, and you were like, you're not supposed to be here. And I was like, I didn't know I had to tell you every time I come home, and you were like, well, you don't, but like, what the heck? I was like, you got a hot date? He was like, stop.
I was like, yeah, you.
No, you weren't, because you weren't that smooth at
Let's
that time.
get it on. Pause for privacy. Oh yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
That did not happen. If it would have, that probably would have been fun, but that did not happen.
Nah, we weren't in a good place back then.
Nah, we needed COVID bad, or not COVID.
I remember watching. It wasn't Harriet Tubman. It was
Madam C.J.
Walker on Netflix. It was like a narrative biography or something like that. I don't remember us arguing that much, but you remember us arguing a lot.
It was bad.
I don't remember it being that bad. But
you don't remember screaming at me?
I don't see. Okay, I don't think. Okay, so here's how Ange thinks. In her opinion, when I raise my voice, it's yelling. But for me, it's just me raising my voice and kind of enunciating my words more.
Definition of yelling.
That's not the definition of yelling.
Hey Google. Hey Siri.
that. See, she don't even want to get in this.
Hey Siri, what's the definition of yelling? So they did it as like a happy thing. So they said like for cheerleading, in support of sports teams, a loud sharp cry, you heard me yelling at her, Happy New Year.
Loud sharp cries and stuff like that. I wasn't
You
loudly,
do be talking like Happy New Year to me.
Sharpingly crying.
You were like, oh!
I said I didn't do all that. I said, and Madam C.J. Walker walked out of the house. That's not yelling.
You didn't say it like that. You didn't say it like that.
Well, now it's been 4 years ago, so now we won't ever know. And we didn't have this camera.
This camera gonna catch you not yelling at me.
This camera gonna catch a lot. It's gonna prove that I don't yell at you. You right. That's what it's gonna do. We'll pay $500 for us to prove that I don't yell at you.
And that you don't enunciate.
I said I enunciate my words when I raise my voice.
No. I'm saying it's also gonna catch that you don't enunciate.
Oh yeah, I do mumble.
But then he'll get mad if I don't hear him.
Not all the time.
I'll be like, did you just say? Or you said, and you were like, no, I didn't. I didn't say that.
You making me sound real bad. It's not even like that. I'm so glad we got this camera, so we can just start to set the record straight.
Oh, goodness. So, back to what we were talking about, though. You asked me, did I like Wayne marketing because of the thrill of it? And I think it was more so just the freedom of it. I really bought into the idea that I could run my own.
Your own company, basically.
Yeah.
Your own business is how they always pitched it.
Yeah. Literally bought into it. So I don't know.
Do I have to turn right here? Also, I'm wondering about the audio in this thing, because I didn't play with the audio settings at all.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's recording everything, improve certain things like how I don't yell.
But how you do mumble.
That was never something that we were even trying to prove before. And now all of a sudden, you want to prove that I mumble. I know that I mumble.
I just don't think you understand how often you mumble. So yeah, I had went Fowling before. What was your favorite part of Fowling?
So pretty sure I'm still pretty good. My favorite part of Fowling was throwing the ball at your shins. Because you wouldn't move out the way, so I could actually get the pin.
It was not because I would not move out the way. That's not true.
Okay, you know what? You know what it was? It's because you wanted to catch the ball.
Yep.
So you stood right by the pin.
Yep.
And I was like, well, you know what? If you're not gonna move, then I'm gonna throw this ball turbo speed right at the pin. And if it hits you, then oh well. That's just
too bad on you. No, I was standing in the way of the pin on purpose, but also not to get my freaking shins knocked into yesterday.
You see, that's what happens, when you stand next to a pin that's getting aimed at with the football.
So your favorite part was hitting me in my shins, huh?
And when it happened, it was kind of like, but I was like, well, Ange got strong calves, so.
Is that when Woody was like, ooh?
No, that wasn't.
Oh, what happened when he said dang, don't get your wife?
Because you were throwing it fiercely.
Oh.
So the same way that I don't yell, you were throwing the ball as if you were angry.
Oh. I was a little frustrated because I was like, why can't I throw this stupid ball? I've got arms.
He always says your upper body was weak.
It was, but
Is it strong now?
No.
So it's still weak.
How much is showing in this thing?
A whole lot. So she just flipped me off.
No, I didn't.
Y'all couldn't see
proof.
It. She see.
What you gonna say? You gonna say so off color, aren't you?
Off color? Our page gonna get shut down. Off color.
That's a saying.
Under what context, Ange?
Oh no. Maybe it's a plantation saying.
Maybe it's a plantation.
I really don't know. That's a good question. I would have to look it up.
Off color. Just like
That sounds terrible now that you put it in that context.
Just like Indian giver or
Red-handed.
Red-handed.
What else?
There's a couple other ones that we've come across.
Yeah, cotton picker.
Cotton picker is the worst.
I literally didn't know that was a bad thing when I was a kid. Like I didn't.
Like when did you realize that it wasn't appropriate?
I think probably around 3rd or 4th grade. But the reason why I didn't know that it was negative connotation towards a certain demographic is because we always talked about how our family was literally cotton pickers.
So
like my side of the family.
Your side of the family, y'all picked cotton.
Yeah, my great grandfather was a cowboy out in Montana, and while he was out there, one of his jobs was to pick cotton.
He got paid for it though.
I never said a free cotton picker. I just said cotton picker.
You know.
I mean, it was still a lowly job.
But my granddad, he picked cotton too. I think when he was younger. Mm-hmm. But he wasn't a slave though, so I think he might have gotten paid. I don't know. I'm gonna have to actually ask my mom about that. Because that's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. Did he get paid fair wage? Not for colorism or whatever, but like literally a fair wage.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
This is what this channel is designed for.
Yeah.
These kinds of introspective questions.
One thing I'm gonna have to get used to though as well is like just recording this stuff like as raw as possible.
And then editing.
And then editing.
Yeah, it had some dust on it. Dang, y'all, that was intense.